Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Sparks Plays Minecraft. Yeah! Can you see what's behind me? Behind all of the beautiful sparklies? Yeah? Look, storage room is sorted. And I've sort of I've basically moved all the chests from over there and put them over here. I think it looks pretty nice actually. Things are a lot more organised, they've got more space. There's a couple of blank spaces still. I think there's a couple of things that we might have in bulk later, or that, I don't know, might need their own chests. So I've left things fairly open plan at the moment. I've got a chest just for leather. We have a lot of leather. But that's probably going to change today. We have a project to do. We're going to... last episode I asked people whether they had any preference as to what I should do next, and I didn't get any replies, so I don't know what that means, but I did talk to Crazy Man and Raps yesterday, and Crazy Man suggested that when I enchant things, it should use up power. So what I'm going to do is, let's go up here a second. Oh, by the way, staircase. I moved this staircase because before the storage room pistons were showing through the wall and roof, so this staircase has been redone now. It flows across like this. There's a nice little flower there, but I basically moved this whole thing across one, so before it ended here, but I've just moved it one segment over, and as a result there's sort of this little corridor here now. There's lighting under here, which is again connected to the power supply, so you can, the light goes off. Oh my god, they spawn so quickly. Just dangerous, because there are no caves around here. I've lit them all up. Oh dear. Game over. Okay, we are awaiting a storage delivery from Raps. I borrowed his pick. I was helping him over at the Guardian farm yesterday, but we've agreed to do a one-to-one trade of gravel/sand for sugarcane, because I need to do a lot of bookshelves for the enchanting room. So the enchanting room, I got distracted a bit there. Let's go round. Can I still go round? I don't remember. I still need to prettify this side of the building. Lots to do, lots to do. I think I can make this jump though. Yeah, that's fine. So this spire over here, I've been trying to decide what to do with it for quite a while, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it down and I'm going to replace it with a tower, because it seems like quite a nice place for a tower. It's off the edge of the thing. It's right by the power line, which is handy. And what we're going to do is, I'm actually, that there is the very end of the power line. And as I think I've mentioned before, if a device, such as the storage room, is using power, it takes away some of the signal strength. So farms further along, things attached further along the cable, like that point there, will have slightly less power points. But what I want to do is, I'm going to put the enchanting room here, and I'm going to have it so that when I do an enchantment, it's going to draw a lot of power. Like, we can generate, I think, 15 power points from this farm. So it's going to draw something like 8, like a ridiculous amount. And I'm going to put it right at the start, even before the storage room. So what that's going to do, basically, is we're going to get a power surge. So whenever we enchant something, it's going to be like it takes up, it's taking up experience, and it's drawing on that power to generate the enchantment on our tool. So it's going to use up for a couple of seconds like 8 power points or something huge like that. And the idea is it's going to be like anything further down the line, if it doesn't get enough power, it's going to sort of turn off temporarily. It's going to dim, which is going to be quite cool, because I have plans for backup batteries, like mini rechargeable batteries that charge from the power station, and if the power cuts out, the battery will keep it alive for a short time. So I think that's quite a cool way to go. And I was trying to decide what to do with the enchanting room, because we've got a very sort of modern, industrial-y sort of theme here, and I've always considered enchanting quite an old-fashioned, arcane thing, and because of the bookshelves, it's got sort of a library-ish feel to it, things like that. So what I've decided to do is I'm going to go with a kind of a mix, as if somebody who was very into science and logic and understanding everything in a scientific way, was trying to work out the logic behind enchanting. So they've they haven't worked out how to get rid of the bookshelves yet, but they're sure they can. But there's going to be a lot of machinery around. There's going to be a lot of pistons and lights and things are going to be shifted around in the attempt of trying to quantify and find a scientific explanation and a scientific method for enchanting. So it's going to be a bit more roleplay, a bit more of a look at the thing. So it's going to be quite a modern looking tower above, and it's also going to sink down into the ground, and I'm going to have like a tube of bookshelves, and I've found a way of making it fade to black into darkness, so it looks like it's a really deep tube. It's only going to be about 10 blocks deep though. So I've rambled enough. Raps hasn't turned up with his shipment yet, so without further ado, let's get this tower taken down. There's a wasp that has been flying around my room for ages now, just continuously bumping its way against my light, and it just won't leave. It's very annoying. So I hope you can't hear it in the background, but it is buzzing quite loudly. So I took the mountain down, and I recorded it. I had a camera account on top of a dirt pillar filming it, and I was going to do a pretty cool thing. I'm not going to say what it was. I may be able to use it somewhere else. There's a lot of mountains I may end up taking down, but basically I got about halfway down, and the chunks didn't update for the camera account, so it looked like the part of the mountain was still there, which kind of ruined the effect. And when I tried to hit F3A, he moved sideways and fell off the dirt pillar, so that didn't really go very well. However, I'm having second thoughts about building the enchanting room there. I kind of actually want to do it over the other side for 3 reasons. First of all, the start of the power line is over this side of the building. Secondly, it's a bit more visible over here. And thirdly, I'm starting to think I kind of want to go down the lines of, I was saying earlier in the episode, I want it to be, I'm going to put it here, by the way, above the ocean. I'm kind of thinking it's an arcane enchanty thingamajig, and I, the scientist, I'm trying to work out the rules behind it and grudgingly admit that I haven't worked out how to get rid of the bookshelves yet, kind of thing. So I'm going to stick with that idea, but I sort of want to keep it separate from everything else, sort of hovering over the water. And I'm going to use a lot of quartz and glass as a sort of very scientific looking, feeling thing. A lot of pistons and slime blocks. I've got a couple of bookshelves on me. I need to get some more. And I'm going to go with the sort of idea that it's whatever is drawing energy, whatever this enchanting table is doing, drawing energy. I swear I made an enchanting table. Where did it go? Drawing energy out of these bookshelves. First of all, the bookshelves are probably going to run out at some point, is my logical thinking. Energy cannot be created or destroyed, is someone's first law? I don't know. I could probably look it up, but I can't be bothered. Energy cannot be created or destroyed is a given understanding of our world. So I'm thinking the bookshelves would probably need to be moved out of range when they're not in use to prolong their life, and we should probably also not get close to it for any longer than we have to. It's going to be out of the way, and it's going to be locked off, and it's going to draw quite a bit of power from the power plant. It's going to take 8 power points. So we're going to go out here. I'm going to make a temporary netherrack platform to get us started, slightly lower than the enchanting table. I think the enchanting table is going to be slightly higher up than we are. So it's going to go here, and I'm just going to go out a little bit and make a bit of a platform. I'll be right back. And I'm back. Raps is AFK. Okay, we've got a bit of a platform here. So this is going to be just our work platform. We're going to have a block, then a block, and then our floor is going to go the next level up. So there. Let me get a bit of a staircase up to that point. 1 second. And I guess our center's going to go in the middle of the platform-ish, which is there. So we're going to go something, a block, and then our floor is here, which means our table goes on top of that. Like that. There's not going to be quartz there, but we'll leave it there for now. Oops, ouch. Gonna have just put some things around here. Okay, so here's the feel we're gonna go with here. So the bookshelf needs to go right here where this dirt block is, but we're gonna have it back 1 and up 1 in its resting place. Yeah, there. Okay. So I do not have a shovel on me. My shovel broke. My spoon broke. So let's have a go at this then. We're gonna go out a little bit here, and we want a sticky piston here. I've kind of worked this out a little bit off camera, and we're going to go and put a slime block on top of both of those. Oh, Skype. Shh. Oh, I'll be right back, guys. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Had to take that, but let's get rid of that. So this is basically what we have. I just did a little bit of it off camera. So if I put a lever here, you'll see what's going. Oop, that's not where I wanted that lever, but that probably works. Okay, so see, so it pushes the what's it called, bookshelf there, and when it reduces it, when its power goes, it retracts back down. It looks kind of cool, you know. I really like showing redstone wires and things, but it's something very few people do. I think it's just, as a result, I've always hidden my wiring away, but I feel like this is a project where I can show it off a bit. So this is the basics of it, so it kind of, I think it looks pretty cool. And we're going to have those all the way around, alternating with a downward facing version that sits below the ground. So there's going to be one that's flush with this level here, which goes, whoops, down here. I guess I'll just keep working on it and give you progress updates every now and again. We're going to have bookshelves going around here as part of the floor, which may seem weird, but you'll see what I'm getting at later. Okay, because this is made of slime blocks, it's you can't stack them because the slime blocks stick to each other. So every other spot we're going to have one where the bookshelf starts at this location here. We're going to have a sticky piston like this, and we're going to go and put some upward facing sticky pistons under those, like so. Great, and then we do some more things. We're going to put some blocks here. This is the floor level with repeaters on, set to 4 ticks. And then we're going to actually use this redstone block that pushes forward here to power this. So we're going to go, and that's actually not the one we're going to be reading from, is it? No, we're going to read from a different one. I'm going to build another one of these up top ones here first to get this all working properly. Alrighty, so I've built a second one of these. So I've also hooked them together, so both of them are now powered by the same lever with a bit of a delay in between. So let's get this redstone continued. So we're going to go like this, and we're going to use this redstone block here to actually power our device. So when that block moves forward, we're going to have some dust here that picks it up, and we're going to put some dust here, and these are on quite a long delay, and this wire is also going to go around and power this piston. So we're going to put a block here and a repeater. I'm definitely going to need more repeaters, and then another repeater on top of that block. This is basically so that the pistons don't interfere with the redstone, so the redstone from this doesn't interfere with the pistons. So another repeater here, both on 1 tick, and then we're going to go down and round like so. Oop. Parkour required again for this redstone. Along here, there we go, and join that up, and now technically this bottom one should work. Oh dear, no, it didn't work. What have I done wrong? It's pushed my blocks around. It's no good. I've put an obsidian block over there to stop it being pushed. It may be that bottom one. See, that time it didn't do anything. Oh, there we go. It pushed me off. this block got pulled up by the slime block. Chunk. Why? I guess you can't put a block above a piston that gets pushed up, can you? Does it work now? No. It's weird. I've got this all pushed forward one, so I need a block here. Whoops. Like so. And that can go. And then I need to move this repeater line back one, so there's actually a repeater here. Like this. That's what's wrong. So now... Yep, pushed up and back down. Fantastic. So that's starting to get the idea of what I mean. Like, it's going to be sort of a bit of a redstone-y looking thing. I'm not going to hide the redstone. I'm not ashamed. But it's going to... Oh, I thought I fell again then. It's going to sort of retract all the what are they called? Bookshelves when they're not needed. So basically going to do this all the way around, and this is going to be the main line here. This lever will basically power everything in a circle with a delay in between. I definitely need more repeaters, and it's getting kind of late here as well, so I think I'm going to finish this off camera and finish recording this episode tomorrow. Got to go to work tomorrow. There we go. Not bad, not bad. I think it looks pretty cool, actually. Fourth day working on this episode. Let's have a look here. So, got kind of a dirt is going to go, but sort of quite a modern-y sort of thing with the thing in the middle, and I'll just flip the lever and show you what happens. Oh yeah. Bit of server lag, but not bad, huh? Not bad. I'm definitely not going to get this done this episode, but we can definitely work on the next bit. I like doing this. This looks very cool. My game sounds seem very quiet. Yeah, they're as usual. Maybe it's just my headphones. Okay, that's fine, as long as you guys can hear okay. So yes, this dirt, we're going to get rid of this. I do not have a shovel right now. And my master plan comes into fruition for this bit. I'm not entirely sure if this matches the theme, but it looks so cool I just want to use it. So, what we're going to do is we're going to do a pit now that's about 10 blocks deep, lined with bookshelves. That's the first bit. And I need to get some black things for the floor, some black material. I'll probably go with obsidian. Obsidian's probably fine. So I'll just dig those, dig that pit and put the obsidian down. I'll be right back. Before I forget, do you remember ages ago, Raps gave us a rotten flesh hunt? The last chest is here. I keep forgetting to mention it on camera. I saw it a while ago, and actually, while I was redesigning this staircase, I didn't even spot it. It was when I was finished and looking at it, I was like, oh yeah, that chest is still there. So... rotten flesh hunt complete. Alright. Water's gone. Pillar of bookcases is made. And I really wish I had a spoon. Oh, watch this, guys. Ready? See this? I'm going to break that by jumping. You see the cracks slowly appearing? It's a really weird bug in this in 1.8. And break. That should... I don't know if that should be a thing. I guess it makes sense that the block would stay at the level of brokenness that it starts at. It only happens when you jump, though. Okay, master plan. You ready for this? Right, we're going to put some black stained glass down. And then we're going to go up a block. Like so. And then we're going to put more glass with a 1 block gap. So here. And get rid of that. And then do the same thing again. It's going to look a bit weird while that dirt is floating in there, but what this basically does is the way that Minecraft renders things, you can already see that if I put these solid, it wouldn't create this effect, but by missing every other layer, the faces render on top of each other, and you slowly get this fading to black effect. And I find this is about the right depth. It just looks like they're floating. This is about the right depth to get the effect that we're looking for. So we'll put this down. I haven't put any lighting in this enchanting area yet. Get rid of that. And ta-da! So there you go. I think it looks pretty cool. Even during day, you can't really... you can sort of see the bottom, but in general it just looks like this pit fading into darkness, into blackness. I might make it deeper at one point, but I think that looks pretty good right now. Quite a nice effect. Yeah, I think from the outside, though, we're going to have some sort of shell around those bookcases. Although that doesn't look too bad. I still need to do the bit which pulls the power from the power plant and things like that. I'm going to have like a gauge, a light gauge that shows if there's enough power going in, and there'll be a door that won't open to this room until there's enough power, kind of thing. So that's probably going to be next episode. So I'm going to call it here for today. I think we've got quite a bit done, considering I spent 4 days on it. You know, work. You don't have much time for this kind of thing. What do you think? Do you like it? Do you reckon that we should have a bookcase pillar like that, or do you reckon it should be, we should sheath that in something more modern looking, or even sort of sheath it in something to match the sort of stone and woodwork walls we have over here? You can't see them here. Hang on. These walls over here, we could make the pillar out of something along these lines. Lots of options, and currently no mobs have spawned on there yet, so that's good. But yeah, that's that. I think I'm quite pleased with how it's looking so far. If I could change anything about it at this point, I would rotate it so that it faces that way, but not a big deal. We could even move the portal over here at some point when this area is more finalized. But yeah, I think it looks pretty nice. If you've got any thoughts on it, ideas, suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comments or to make a comment of your own. And we're going to call it there because I'm starting to ramble, which is a sure sign that the episode is ending. We found the flesh. I think it's been a very successful episode. However, I do now realise that we could really do with closing the episode by placing down a fence there, because that looks weird without the chest there. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode as always, and I'll see you guys next time.